Hello and welcome back to FrogboyX1Gaming and Tech Reviews, a channel solely dedicated to helping you validate the purchases that you make. Today, guys.
Wait, what? What did he just start this video off by saying?
Hello and welcome back to FrogboyX1Gaming and Tech Reviews, a channel solely dedicated to helping you validate the purchases that you make.
Wow. a channel dedicated and helping you validate the purchases that you make. Wow. Way to get right to the point. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Today, guys, it is kind of funny, man. So I've been reading comments on X in my own comment section, and I find it kind of weird that PC gamers of all
what the hell?
People are the ones that have the biggest problem with the PlayStation 5 Pro price tag. And
I mean, it's not even that people really have a problem with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think it's way too expensive. I do think that, you know, it's a scam. I do think it's a ripoff. I wouldn't advise anybody to pay for it, right? But the main issue is you guys keep on trying to compare it to PC performance, right? You guys keep on trying to use it to try to downplay or disparage PC, and that's where we got to step in and show you what's what, right? And I thought you were a PC guy now.
And to me, that doesn't make any sense because there are literal PC parts out there. I'm talking like motherboards that cost $1,000, $1,000 for a motherboard. And these guys have the audacity.
Okay, but once you build a rig, the value that you get from the PC, I mean, brother, the consoles will never be able to touch that. Right? I mean, come on, dog. You should know this.
To complain about a $900 all-in-one console that can actually deliver a 4K experience.
I mean, it can upscale to 4K. And brother, who gives a fuck about 4K, right? Like, it's funny because you see all the console fanboys, they love running to the Steam charts and talking about how most rigs are weaker than a PS5 and whatnot. I mean, most people are gaming at 1080. Now, granted, I game at 1440, but 4K, who gives a fuck about that?
On a 4K display, like, it convinced me, and I'm just like, damn. So it's like, as a PC gamer myself now that has literally spent, like, dude, I could, my 5090 build alone is like, seriously, like 7 PS5 Pros, 7 of them, just in one build, just in one.
I mean, no shit, that thing, the 5090 is expensive. That's literally like the top end. That's the top end card. Duh, the fuck.
Freaking GPU alone is like 3 PS5 Pros now at the $900 price tag. It's crazy. It's wild. Now,
what's crazy about that, brother? Like, I don't understand how this helps make your point.
Now, if you compare like a PS5 Pro to a PC experience, like, obviously the PC experience is going to be a lot more fluid, a lot better in terms of like performance and stuff like that.
And that's why people were cooking you on your take where you were trying to say that pretty much the PS5 Pro is on par with PC. And you never even got into like the use case of PC, right? Because that's really where the value is. Give a fuck about the graphics. Now, granted, that's also another good thing about PC. If you care about that shit, you can go out and buy that shit if you want to be able to play at that level. But at the end of the day, the value is the freedom of it, being able to access multiple storefronts, being able to sell the high seas. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of benefits to PC. The Pro, any console, any weak, gimped, locked box is always going to pale in comparison.
A lot more freedom to do whatever you want to do on there. But,
yes,
you know, as I've sat here for the last couple of weeks on this PlayStation 5 Pro, okay, so I've had it since launch. PSSR 2, I'm not even joking, guys. Like, I've literally played this thing every single day since the update, since the update went live.
Okay, so you just now started seeing the value for something that you bought at launch because of a new update, right? Now it's fully unlocked the potential of Mapisser. And that's a funny thing, right? Because they've been glazing this thing ever since the Pisser 2.0. So pretty much what they're saying is the shit launched half-baked.
You know, I mean, there's just been an incredible amount of support on the channel for the PlayStation content. So it's like, yeah, I don't mind making it, and it's been.
I mean, he's just saying the quiet part out loud. And I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, right? I mean, if you're getting a PlayStation audience that's, you know,
I am gay for the Pro.
You know, that's cool. But I mean, I'm just looking at the title of why are PC guys trying so hard to downplay the PS5 Pro? Because you keep on bringing it up in the conversation of PC, and it simply doesn't belong there because it doesn't even come close to the value of what a PC offers. And it's just crazy because you somewhat touched on the freedom and everything, but then you stopped, right? Why don't you expand on that? Because that's why people are sitting here looking at you like you're crazy as you say these ridiculous takes.
Fun. Like, it's absolutely been eye-opening to an extent, because all right, if you think about this, once you get into PC gaming, it's
Tardis says, if I hear anything else about my 4K, I'm gonna flip. I game at 4K all the time, and that's far from all you need. 4K at all low settings with low FPS isn't the same as high-end PC experience. Exactly. Exactly. I'll always go for the higher frame rate and having a locked frame rate more than anything. That's what matters to me.
like it's almost like the FOMO cycle never ends. And it
What?
comes rapidly. It's like every couple of years, you know, it's like every 2 years you'll get like a new GPU launch or CPU launch or
No. That's you. That's you, 1000%, man. I've been chilling on my PC since 2022, and I'm not upgrading anytime soon, right? You're saying the FOMO creeps in.
Be a good consumer.
I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a spending issue.
or something. There's always something. Every single year, there's always some type of PC enhancing equipment that launches on an annual basis that is, you know, prone to make.
Oh, okay. So is that a downside to PC that there's hardware that's being manufactured? What the fuck does that mean? That doesn't mean you have to go out and buy it.
Be a good consumer.
Like what type of talking point is this? How does this change anything about what's being said about the PS5 Pro?
Making people FOMO a lot. Whereas if you contrast
FOMO.
that to the console experience,
The console experience. Wow. Let's hear it.
until just last generation, we got one console, and then they would iterate and it would get smaller. You know, you get like the PS5 Fat, and then the PS3 Fat, and then you get the Slim, and then you get the Ultra Slim,
Yeah, cash grabs.
and or the PS2 Fat, and then the Slim. You would just always get like these reiterated, you know, consoles until last generation when they started doing a Pro console about halfway through.
Okay, and you like buying multiple consoles in one gen? Is this a benefit to the console experience?
Through the generation, you know, upgrading every 4 years, in my opinion, like I don't
Upgrading every 4 years. Is he still talking about PC?
know. I guess when you're younger and like just coming up with the money to get the one console is already hard enough. Like I understand it. Like I understand it. But once you get to a certain point in life where like, you know, being able to upgrade it's not as big of a deal as
Wow.
Be a good consumer.
Brother, he's completely missing the mark. The fact of the matter, especially with the PS5 Pro, is the shit was $750, right? Way too expensive for a console, which is supposed to be the affordable entry point into gaming. Now they've raised that shit to $900. That's why you're getting so much pushback, because for that price, you'd be better off taking that money, saving it, getting a PC, something that will last you longer, right? What is he talking about, man? Shout out to Gamer Life Studio. He said, not FrogboyX1Gamer. Laugh my fucking ass off. PC is still number one. Oh, see, you guys are acquainted with this guy, right? Some people were recommending it. This video just fell into my lap, man. I mean, the Lord is looking out for your boy Siggs. I said, oh, man, I got to show this to you guys, man. Shout out to Gamer Life Studio.
PC guys would like you to believe.
Oh, wait, what was that?
It's not as big of a deal as these PC guys would like you to believe. You know,
What? Wasting money on mid-gen refreshes and whatnot is not a big deal. What the fuck are you talking about?
I do. I find it funny. I mean, like there are people in the community that have literally upgraded every generation alongside me. And
Okay. And does that help validate your purchase,
Be a
right?
good consumer.
I know you started this video off saying that this channel is to help you validate your purchases. What does that mean, right? Like all the stuff that you're talking about very specific scenarios, right? You're saying that, you know, FOMO creeps in and everything. Who in the PC community is saying this? Besides this guy?
think about it, guys. If you're out there and you're say you're at a 70 class card right now, okay, a 70 class, you know,
Okay.
70 to, you know, like 70 Ti or whatever.
Okay.
Your average cost of a 70 card was what, like $600, okay, $600 for the 70 card.
PC guys, while he's sitting there with tens of thousands of dollars worth of PC hardware behind him. Okay, buddy, right? What's crazy is because you guys notice how he was talking about how he's been appreciating like the viewership and everything with the PS5 Pro. Like, does he buy hardware to like demonstrate it? Like, is he like I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the guy. But I mean, that's the only way I could think that he's buying all these PC parts for, right? I mean, what the fuck? The average PC guy is not doing that.
Or for the 5070 Ti, this generation was $450, okay? And that's been pretty much the same for the last couple of generations. Obviously, like an 80 class card is going to start you at like $1,000 or whatever. Okay, that's for,
Okay, I see Ren is saying yes, he buys tech for views. Okay, so it's all starting to come together, right? Pause.
for a card. And the amount of FOMO that the Nvidia space, the PC space with Nvidia GPUs.
I mean, I don't know. I've been seeing people since like the 4090 people saying that shit's not worth it, right? I've been seeing people laugh at the prices of the 5090. What the fuck are you talking about, FOMO, right? he must watch Marlon Gaming, right? What is he talking about?
Is incredibly high. Like you buy one and then you instantly feel like, oh my gosh, I got to buy another one like every 2 years, and that's fine. Like,
wow.
Be a good consumer.
No, that's just you, right? And I mean, like I said, I can't confirm it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've watched all your content, right? But I'm seeing people are saying that, you know, you buy text, you review stuff and everything, right? That seems like a content creation thing, right? Like you can't apply this to PC gamers. PC gamers are not in a rush to upgrade their hardware. What are you talking about?
if you get into PC gaming, that is if you get into PC gaming and you have the disposable income, you're probably
Be a good consumer.
going to start spending a lot of money on PC. Like you're going to just
Nope. Nope. That's one of the things that I love about my PC is that I am in no rush to upgrade anything, right? Knock on wood. Hopefully everything holds up, brother. I'm not in a rush at all. I am chilling on that 3080. And like I say, I am going to ride that shit until the wheels fall off, right? Pause.
you're automatically, it only took me 2 generations to gravitate to a 90 class card on the Nvidia stack. Only 2 generations. And that's pretty rapidly. I started off with a 3060 Ti. By the 2nd generation, I was into a 4080 Super. And by the 3rd generation, boom, 5090 already.
Be a good consumer.
Okay. So what the fuck? So are you insinuating that this is the experience for all PC guys? Right? I mean, if you're easily influenced by FOMO, right? If you see technology and you feel like you have to get it, that seems like a you problem. That's not a PC gaming problem.
It happens that fast. Within 6 years, I'd already spent well over if we're just going by the cards that I started with, you know, if it started with the 3060 Ti, by the end of last generation, I ended that with a 4080 Super, and now this generation I'm on a 5090. So that's
Be a good consumer.
Okay, so that's a you thing. So you feel the need to keep on upgrading and everything, right? And like I said, I mean, I guess I'm trying to give you somewhat of an out. Now, at the end of the day, I don't really need to give him out. He can do whatever he wants to do with his money. Maybe you do it for content creation or whatever, but I'm just to be honest with you, that sounds like a waste of money. To sit here and try to use this as a way to disparage PC gaming so you can prop up the PS5 Pro, this is why you're getting pushback from the PC guys, right? This is not an accurate representation of what PC gaming is.
$2,600 for 5090, $1,300 for 5080 Super or 4080 Super, and then it was obviously the 30.
He acts like upgrading is a must. Literally, when they're making games, the recommended specs, like you look at like a fucking, let me look and see, like Crimson Desert, right? Let me look and see. Let me pull this shit over here. Right? Like you look at fucking Crimson Desert. Let me go to the store page. Right? Literally, the graphics card that's at the minimum is a fucking 1060. Like, brother, you're chill. That's what I'm saying. I'm on a 3080. I'm chilling. I mean, come on, dog. Like, he's acting like you need to have the latest and the greatest to play the newer games. Like, what is he talking about?
60 Ti that came in my build, but I'd upgraded that to a 3080 10 gig. So,
snort. Snort.
In just a few months of having it, like seriously, within.
Wait, he said within just a few months of having it.
Be a good consumer.
I think this is the real problem that you have right now. It sounds like you have a spending problem, my friend.
It was obviously the 3060 Ti that came in my build, but I'd upgraded that to a 3080 10 gig. So,
and in a way, it's funny that you say that. In a way, that's one of the benefits of PC gaming. You bought a rig that had a 3060, you wanted more, so you were able to upgrade it, right? You didn't have to go and buy a whole new fucking console. Like, I mean, this guy is just silly, man.
Within just a few months of having it, like seriously, within 6 months, I had already upgraded to a 3080. So that there is kind of the trajectory of what you can expect from
right, shout out to El Unico. He says, I'm still on my 1070. Hey, listen, one of my homeboys, he's on a 1080. He swears by that shit.
PC gaming, because I feel like most console gamers, when you go into PC, like your first instinct, my friends, is like, oh my gosh, dude, a 60 class is like $1,600, and that's a lot of money. It's way more than a console. So your first instinct is to just buy that, and then like you'll be happy for a little while.
Right. Shout out to Rambling. Shout out to Rambling Entertainment. He said this the other day, right? And I see him in the chat right now. He said it the best a week ago, right? And it stuck with your boy Six. Pause, right? That's why when you build a PC, you build it around what you're trying to do, right? Not trying to, not like on a budget, right? Now, granted, you can get a budget rig, and over time, if you want to, you can upgrade it. That's one of the benefits. But I guess he wasn't getting the performance he wanted out of the 3060 rig that he bought. But I mean, I'm on a 3080 and I'm chilling. I don't know why he has like a obsessive need to just keep on upgrading. Like, this is not healthy.
I mean, obviously, it's a really good experience, going to PC after console, and then getting features like DLSS and freaking everything that has to come with the NVIDIA stack.
Brother, fuck that shit. What about just playing games native, even if it's at 1080 and enjoying the high frame rate? What about not having to pay to access your internet, right? What about sailing the high seas? Like, what are you talking about? He goes right into DLSS, frame gen, and whatnot, upscalers.
Because let's be real, that's where most people are going to end up first, because that is where the mass majority of pre-builts are in the market. Is everyone's got an NVIDIA pre-built on the shelf, and you're like, boom, I just want to try it. You don't want to stick your whole foot in. You don't know how it's going to work out. And then pretty soon you're hooked, and you're sucked into it, and then you're upgrading pretty quickly because your 3060 or your...
Brother, this is a self-report.
Be a good consumer.
This is a you problem, right? That's been your experience, and now you're projecting that on the PC community. And I'm just going to keep on saying, this is why the PC guys are correcting you, right? This is just a bunch of nonsense. What about actually refunding your games, man? Shout out to Rambling Entertainment. Talking that shit.
4060 or...
Yeah, the worst reason to get a PC.
Your 5060 just isn't going to deliver that experience that you're wanting on that incredibly expensive OLED TV that you bought in your front room. And so,
wow.
Be a good consumer.
I mean, this guy must be made of money. He's just spending endlessly on just nonsense. What?
You're going to end up upgrading pretty quickly.
No, that's what you did. You upgraded pretty quickly, right? It seems like it put a goddamn hole in your wallet. So now this is the negative things that you have to say about PC gaming.
And that's the route you take. Well,
yeah, extremely expensive OLED. It's like, dog, like you're literally going out of your way to buy expensive shit. You bought a 5090, an expensive OLED TV. You're going out of your way to buy expensive shit. And then you're sitting here saying, oh, that's what all the PC guys experience. No, the fuck it's not.
The thing is, guys, and this is the biggest part.
Okay.
Once you start PC gaming and you start off on a 60 class card and you get a taste for PC gaming, you already know, you're like, damn, this is incredible. I'm never going back to console. And then you will spend the rest of your PC career
the rest of your PC career. What do you mean by that, right? This is what I'm saying. Like, it seems like you got into PC gaming and you used it for like a way of content creation and everything. I don't know what you mean by career, buddy. Like, you're going to have to expand on that. Seems like you, like I said, it seems like you got into this shit for content creation, and that's why you're going out and buying these expensive cards and everything to, I guess, to showcase on your channel.
Convincing yourself the console is just trash while also convincing your...
Wow. Convincing yourself.
Convincing yourself the console is just trash.
It is trash, brother. They're locked boxes where you have to pay to access your internet. And don't even get me started. The performance, you already know. You said it yourself that PC is easily going to outperform it. That's how you started this video. This is extreme projection. You're trying to convince yourself that PC gaming isn't all that it's set out to be, right? When we all know that it is. And you're using your use case as like the end all be all. Most people aren't.
Be a good consumer.
Most people aren't going out of their way to just keep on overspending on, unneeded parts.
While also convincing yourself that, like, yeah, I should spend more money so I can have the best. And then pretty soon you get to the mindset where I just want the best. I don't care. And then you're with the...
Be a good consumer.
No, most people actually protect their wallet. They want to make sure that they're getting, that they're getting their money's worth for what they buy, right? Most people are not just going out there buying shit that's extremely expensive. That's what I'm saying. I think this is a content creation thing that he's having an issue with. Like, I don't know any PC gamer that's like that. I'm not saying that there aren't PC gamers out there that want the best and whatnot. And I mean, in a way, that's one of the perks of PC gaming, right? If you want to have a rig that's always the best, if you're that type of person, you can do that. You can upgrade it. But I mean, you can look at the Steam charts. We all know that's not the case.
50, you're with a 90 class card. Why isn't the same true for console? Okay.
Because console doesn't add the same value. Because all you can do on a console is just game. And don't even get me started. Like, if you for the money that you're spending on a PS5 Pro, especially with the $900, right, you can get a PC that will run circles, get better performance. It won't be locked down. You won't be in a closed ecosystem. You'll be able to go to different storefronts, get sales and whatnot. Like, brother, what are you talking about? That's why it's not the same for consoles, because consoles are supposed to be the affordable entry. And that's no longer the case anymore. And it's so funny that all these guys, right, all these console fanboys are out here pretty much trying to defend that shit. I just find it so fucking weird, to be honest with you. Shout out to Gamer Life Studio. He says the Ryzen 9 5900X RX 6800 64 gigabyte RAM and 10 terabyte SSD total. I'm riding this until the wheels really fall off. My PC is worth 10K easily. LOL. I'm a rich ninja. LOL. JK, right? Hey, talk your shit. I'm not gonna lie. I can see him saying that, like, people that get into PC, this is more so what I did when I got my 3080, right? You somewhat try to future-proof it, right? I went in there and told him what I needed and everything. You try to future-proof it so you can have it last for a long time. And one of the benefits is, when, you know, when push comes to shove, I'll be able to upgrade. But like shout out to Gamer Life Studio, brother. We're riding that shit until the wheels fall off, right? Pause.
Obviously, the PlayStation 5 Pro is the best you can get on the market. It is the
Oh shit, the video's like
best you can get.
No, it's not. I guess maybe if you're talking about the console market, brother, it's expensive. At the end of the day, the point of consoles is that they were supposed to be an affordable entry point. They have lost the plot. That is no longer the case. And it's funny, you're sitting here talking about how expensive PC gaming is, right? Consoles are just as expensive. And we haven't even gotten into you having to pay to access your internet. Like, that factors in too.
You want the best, you got to buy the best. And I'm telling you, man, once you go PC,
yeah, and that's why you get a PC.
it's only a matter of time. If you're the type of consumer that has the disposable income, it's only
Oh yeah,
Be a good consumer.
and I don't even think it has anything to do with disposable income, right? I think it's just I don't know. I think he might just have a spending problem. Like I said, I don't know him like that, but I mean, brother, the way that he's bought, the way that he spent so much money on cards, the fact that he went out and got a 5090 and whatnot, I don't know, man. It seems like he's just going out of his way to spend money at this point.
a matter of time before you get to the top. You can try to tell yourself that, oh man, I'm not going to spend that like I did, and then you're there. Like, you are eventually
Be a good consumer.
Then that's a you problem, right? Don't you try to push that onto the whole PC community. That's a you problem.
there. Curiosity killed the cat, and you're going to eventually want to have
Be a good consumer.
Curiosity killed the cat. What are you talking about, brother? No, that shit costs too much
money.
What are you talking about?
that experience. No matter how hard you try to fight it, you're going to end up there. Like, you're going to end up there. Especially if you are, if gaming is your everything.
Right, and shout out to Night of Cypher. He says, my 4090 better than all the upcoming PlayStation 6 gens. I mean, brother, talk that shit, man. That's why it's insane that they want to go out of their way to cap for these consoles. And the thing is, he says he's had like an uptick with doing PlayStation content. That's fine. You know, do your PS5 Pro content.
I am gay for the Pro.
That's fine, brother. But like I said, you don't have to disparage PC and try to make it seem like, you know, consoles are better. Like, I just think that's just going to make you look foolish.
You're gonna watch the content. You're gonna see people playing on a 5090. You're gonna look at what you got, and you're gonna be fine with it. And pretty soon, you're there anyways. And then you're finding ways to.
Oh my god!
Be a good consumer.
I'm gonna break the goddamn be a good consumer button. Like, what, man? And shout out to Road Rash. His curiosity is killing his bank account. I mean, it's crazy. He's out here just buying this shit left and right. And like I said, this is not the PC gaming experience. What is he talking about? You're going to be looking at videos of people playing on a 5090. What? No, right? I'm watching videos of myself playing. I'm actually playing the game, enjoying this shit. Like, what is he talking about?
Justify staying at the top, and you don't even need to justify it. Just tell yourself, I want the best. I'm buying the best. I'm getting that.
It's funny that you say that you don't have to justify it. You started this video off saying that this channel is all about validating your purchases, and right now it seems like you're just trying to validate your spending habits.
You don't even need to justify it.
While projecting them on the PC community.
And then the thing is like, if you listen to the way PS or PC guys are sitting here trying to convince everybody that the PS5 Pro is trash, well,
It is.
there's something very comforting about the PS5.
I am gay for the Pro.
Oh, what's comforting about the shit being $900? I mean, what the hell is comforting? He's definitely a console fanboy. Don't tell me we're about to go into the plug and play sitting on my couch argument. Oh my God, right? What is comforting about that shit? What's comforting about having to pay to access your fucking internet?
Pro, when you get on it, you sit down.
I am gay for the Pro.
You turn it on. You get into games. You're playing stuff. The image
You can do all that on PC.
quality looks good. Pretty soon you're just back in this like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. You know, it's like, why did I ever leave this? Like, what?
I am gay for the Pro.
Listen, and listen, if you enjoyed the console experience, that's fine. But how does this negate anything with PC gaming, right? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's literally talking about sitting down playing a game. Like, what?
Did I leave this
If anything, on PC, you're getting better performance, which he stated earlier on the video. What is he talking about?
for, you know? And before you know it, you're sitting in there, you're enjoying your games, you're playing, you're having fun, you're doing what you used to do before you went to PC and started watching a frame rate counter. I mean, seriously, I think more of my time on PC is spent just not playing the games like
That's a you problem, right? That's you. This is what I mean. This is crazy. So now we're going to talk shit about a frame rate counter. Meanwhile, these will be the first people. Babe, wake up. Digital Foundry dropped a new video. All right? That's you. I have a frame rate counter and everything, right? I like to monitor like the temperature of my GPU and my CPU, brother, but that's a you problem. And newsflash, if you don't like that shit, then turn it off. All right, but you're the one who overspent on a 5090. And so you're over here comparing your gameplay to the other 5090s and whatnot. Like this is all a you problem, right? It seems like PC gaming done chewed you up and spit you out, brother. You were there for the wrong reasons. This is why you're getting cooked in these conversations.
I used to on console. I used to play a lot of games. I still do for that part, but I used to play them and enjoy them. And sit there on it.
Yeah, and you can't play and enjoy them on PC, right?
If it's on PC, no.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, now it's like, gosh, I'm like trying to figure out which one of my systems to play it on, and do I want to
Be a good consumer.
Again. Oh my God, this shit is crazy. Again, another problem that you've created for yourself, right? And I mean, like, talk about like a privilege problem. What rig do I play on? What rig do I play on? I've got so many different rigs, right? That I've overspent because I love spending
money.
Which rig do I play on? What? Most people don't have this fucking issue. Most people only have one fucking rig. Seriously? Why? And more importantly, why would you not just play on the 5090? Oh my God. Like, buddy, how much did you spend for that 5090 build? Why not just play on the 5090?
play with this settings or that settings or this or that? And there's just so much choice and so much like that you've got so many options on PC that you.
And what do I always say, man? Once a console guy, always a console guy. And I've been told you, this is how you weed out console fanboys. You give them options. You give them choices, right? Nothing scares these guys more than options and choices, man. Shout out to Crevice. He says, less is more. I'm telling you, that is how you scare away a console guy. You give them options. You give them options, man. And shout out to Delta. He says, dude is just blowing money for the sake of it. That's what it's looking like.
It's very hard to settle.
Right, and shout out to Gamer Live Studio. He says, just play whatever you want. What the fuck? Did you SMH? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just going to keep on highlighting that he said that he appreciates the bump in views that he's gotten from covering PS5 content. Listen, you know, I'm pretty sure the PlayStation guys, they're loving this, right? They see the PC parts and everything. They're like, oh, he's a PC gamer, and he's talking bad about PC. He's using all the console fanboy talking points. That's fine. Just leave PC out of it, right? Because you're making yourself look foolish, man. This is not a good look, dog.
On just anything. And look, you can do what I did when I first started and just go for the ultra experience. You can just do that. You can just set ultra settings and see what you get there. But I guarantee it, that gets old really fast because you, depending on where you're at in your hardware, sometimes you can't run ultra. And then what do? Then you're just upset. Then you're feeling
Then you change the settings, right? Like you said before, you have options. Then you go in and change the settings. And it's so funny in today's day and age, you can literally just look up whatever card you're looking for in the game, and there'll probably be a video telling you what settings to set it at, right? Your boy Siggs is lazy. That's what I do.
FOMO. Then you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I got to do this or I got to go buy that. And
No.
Be a good consumer.
No, if a game isn't optimized to where you can't run it at ultra, that does not mean that you need to go and buy a new fucking piece of hardware. That is not what that means.
you know, or you'll start seeing new games come out and they'll start recommending significantly higher hardware than you already currently have, and then the instant FOMO starts to get to you again.
Oh my God.
Be a good consumer.
The instant FOMO, brother. Look at him. He's looking away. Brother, all I've learned so far, this is a 17-minute video. All I've learned so far from this guy is that he has a spending problem.
Like, look, guys, it's a double-edged sword. PC is absolutely fantastic.
How is it a double-edged sword? All you've done is talk about how you have a spending issue, how you are obsessed with keeping up with the latest and the greatest. That's all that you've done. What is the double-edged sword? That you have options? Lord forbid you have options, right? That's the benefit of PC gaming. And that's why, like I said, this guy's just a console fanboy. I'm calling it. I've seen enough. He's a console fanboy.
But it can also be a really big freaking, like, stressful experience, especially if, like, perfection.
I bet it's stressful on that wallet. Mr. Disposable Income. Oh, buddy, right? I bet it's stressful on that wallet.
Is what you were going for. You're going to find yourself being very unhappy a lot of the time. I assure you that. Like, I went through that stage.
No, you can't assure anyone that. You're talking about your specific use case, and you're talking about how you give in to FOMO. FOMO is bad. You're supposed to resist FOMO, right? Financially literate people, they try their hardest to avoid FOMO. You're sitting here making it seem like if you build a PC that you're just going to magically be taken over by FOMO. That's bullshit.
Probably last generation, I kind of was starting to go through that stage a little bit. But this generation, it's just been like, I just don't even care anymore. Like, it is what it is. I've got a 5090, but I play mostly everything on my 9070 XT now. And, you know, coming back to the PS...
So then why'd you buy a 5090, right? Was it just to make YouTube videos?
PS5 Pro over the last couple of weeks has, like, really showed me that, like, damn, dude, you don't need the most expensive hardware to have fun. And and that's
from the dude who had a fucking 3060, then went to a 3080, and then ended up on a 5090. It took a PS5 Pro for you to realize that you don't need the most expensive hardware. You couldn't have learned that on PC, right? Like, what are you talking about?
fine. Like I'm okay with that. Like I'm definitely okay with that. To be completely honest with you, I am definitely okay with that. So, all right, guys, have some fun, man. This PlayStation thing.
I'm having fun, right? I'm having fun, all right.
Has been actually pretty dang cool. A really nice boost for the channel, man. Really nice boost for the channel. So,
wait a minute. He done said it again. I mean, he's just, you know what? I give him credit. He's just saying the quiet part out loud. Let's hear that one more time.
Dang cool. A really nice boost for the channel, man. Really nice boost for the channel. So,
yeah, I bet the PlayStation boys are lapping this shit up.
I do.
Yeah, the ponies were happy. Oh, buddy, they were clicking their hooves together when they heard this shit.
That Sony wouldn't have upped the price. I do, because I feel like the $700.
Oh, wait a minute. Is he getting into the price hike? Uh-oh. Right. Shout out to Gamer Life Studio. You can watch Benchmark King that give you optimization guides for PC gamers. Duh, what the fuck? Yo, X-Fraud game, FOMO addiction, laugh my ass off. I mean, it's crazy. The self-reporting in this video, like I said, man, like... Sounds like he has a spending problem, right? To say the least, goddamn, man. Shout out to Gamer Life Studio.
Really nice boost for the channel, man. Really nice boost for the channel. So,
what's going on with this? Okay.
I do wish that Sony wouldn't have upped the price. I do, because I feel like the $700 price tag was significantly easier to sell.
Oh God, what is going on with the video?
To sell at that price.
Right, and shout out to Day Reezy. When Cerny farts, he smells it before He'll smell it before he does. I'd be crazy, dog. He's glazing that PS5 Pro. Let's see what he's got to say about the price increase.
Significantly easier. This just puts a lot more friction.
Wow. So now he's sitting here saying, so now he's saying that he doesn't mind the Pro increase, but it's making it harder for him to sell it.
I wish that Sony wouldn't have upped the price. I do, because I feel like the $700 price tag was significantly easier to sell at that price. Significantly easier. This just puts a lot more friction in between.
I mean, brother, that shit was expensive even when it was $700, dog. Like, what? I bet you it was probably a lot easier to try to sell it at $700 than trying to sell it now at $900.
Between content creators and the hardware now. Like, it really does, because
Oh, fuck that. Nobody gives a shit about putting friction on the content creators. What about the consumers? What about the people that are on fucking PlayStation, right? That have digital libraries that are literally about to get somewhat priced out, right? Not saying that they had to get the PS5 Pro, but even the base PS5 is expensive. The whole point of console gaming is that it was supposed to be an affordable entry point. And you're sitting here talking about the friction that the price increase is putting on content creators. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Especially when you're choosing to make this type of content, brother. Like, what?
I am so happy with the PS5 Pro right now that it is
Oh my God.
I am gay for the Pro.
We know.
very hard for me to be negative about it. And that extra $150, I mean, it is hard to put myself in the shoes of not being able to acquire something like that if I really wanted it. Like it is. Like,
Be a good consumer.
Listen, we've seen you've laid out your spending habits. I know you're not lying when you say that.
like it is. I'm not gonna lie, you know, and trying to
Shout out to Ice Viper. He says, when is the Sigs and Banana Man stream happening? Hey, you never know, man. I'm open to it, right? Pause, right? I'm definitely open to it, man. But yeah, you never know, right? You'd have to ask, oh no, it's Alex, man. Shout out to Ice Viper. Shout out to, oh no, it's Alex too, man. Very, very nice man, right? Very, very great person.
trying to pretend upsetness, trying to pretend like I'm upset that it's $150 more.
And for this one, you earned this one.
I'm a corporate bootlicker no matter what.
Of course you're not upset, even though you're sitting here capping for console gaming. He's completely missed it, right? This is what I mean. A lot of these guys are lost, and it's so sad to see. The reason why people are upset, even PC guys are saying that's bullshit, is because in the gaming space, consoles were supposed to be the affordable entry point. Now that those prices have skyrocketed, I mean, brother, it's looking like, you hear what people say, right? Not trying to fearmonger, but people are saying that it's going to get to a point where we're not going to own hardware. You're going to be having to rent out hardware and shit, and it's just going to be cloud gaming and whatnot, brother. Like, what is he talking about?
Because I assure you, if I honestly needed one right now, if I didn't have one and I needed one right now, $900, knowing what I know, I wouldn't
And what use case would you need a PS5 Pro, right? Like, what are we talking
have
about?
a problem paying that. Absolutely.
Be a good consumer.
We know you wouldn't have a problem. That's one thing I've learned about this guy. He has no problem paying for hardware at all.
Because I assure you, if I honestly needed one right now, if I didn't have one and I needed one right now, $900, knowing what I know, I wouldn't have a problem paying that. Absolutely no problem paying that. I would go out and I would buy it. So it's really hard for me to pretend that it's not worth it, that I wouldn't buy it, that I wouldn't enjoy it. And yeah.
You know, and I'm glad that you're not doing that. I'm glad that you're just saying the quiet parts out loud, right? Because we're learning a lot about you. It's only been 13 minutes, but we've learned a lot about you. And it all makes sense now. Now it all makes sense why you made that video, why that clip went out, why the PlayStation guys have been running with it. I mean, brother,
I am gay for the Pro.
and also,
Be a good consumer.
it seems like you're just a good consumer.
Even with the new PS6 potentially launching next year,
Yes!
let's look at it.
But
Yes. Yes. And you're not going to be able to do what you did with your 3060 build. You're not going to be able to open up your PS5 Pro and upgrade it into a PlayStation 6. You're going to have to buy a whole nother fucking console. That's probably going to be mad expensive, right? But Mr. Disposable Income, you don't have a problem with that, right? That's nothing, right? You're not going to fake being angry about that. This dude is felting himself.
This way, okay? We just got
Peace out, Ariana. I'm glad you stopped by.
if we look at the next few games that are coming out, okay? Wolverine,
Oh my God. No, he's
GTA
not.
6,
No.
Obviously, there's going to be a new Assassin's Creed before the next PlayStation.
And get out of here. Assassin's Creed's been ass for a minute. No way, he just went GTA 6, GTA 6, GTA 6, and then Wolverine. Crazy. I'll tell you what, man. He's learning all the talking points. I'll tell you that much. I think he'll fit right in with the PlayStation guys.
I would say there's probably going to be at least 10, maybe 15 more games. Forza Horizon 6 on PlayStation 5.
Wow. An Xbox game.
But
Yeah, literally, you named one game that's exclusive to that console. Now you're naming third-party games that everybody's gonna have access to. What?
A lot. Starfield on PlayStation 5 Pro.
Wow.
Look,
Another Xbox game. Wow. Like I said, it's crazy, man. I remember when they used to name PlayStation exclusives for the reason to buy a fucking PS5 Pro. Now they list Xbox games.
there's enough games coming out over the next year.
Yeah, Forza Horizon 6 will be on the PC day one. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. And Starfield, that's an old ass game, right? I mean, you know, time flies. You know, I'm being hyperbolic, but that's an old ass game. Like the fuck. Shout out to Day Reezy. Oh no, it's Sigs, Cereals, and Bananas, right? Shout out to Day Reezy, right? I mean, hey, who knows? There might be a collab. Shout out to Day Reezy, man.
Over the next 18 months to easily justify having the better experience.
Wow. So Starfield, Forza Horizon 6, GTA 6, and what did he say? A Wolverine or Sorrows? That's enough to justify these consoles no longer being an affordable option into gaming. What are you like? This is what I mean. This is just fanboy nonsense.
There's just enough. There's just enough games coming out.
Just enough, brother. A handful of fucking games is not enough to validate what's it called, buying a whole console. Like what the hell is he talking about?
To justify having a better experience. But not all is lost if you are still finding yourself on a base PS5 Pro or on a base PS5 or on an Xbox
Like most people.
Series X or an Xbox Series S for that matter. All you really got to do is go out and get a proper monitor. Now I'm saying
Oh my
monitor
God.
Be a good consumer.
Why do they need to do that?
because TV, if you go back to 1080p, because that's your only other option,
Most people game at 1080p. There's nothing wrong with 1080p. Now, granted, I do game at 1440, right? But there's nothing wrong with 1080, man.
you're not getting HDR support. So I do recommend a
God,
monitor.
HDR,
If you
wow.
want to have the absolute best experience that you can have with the PlayStation 5 base,
No, you lose the right to say that. Not when you're up
I
here.
am gay for the pro.
You obviously don't care about the best gaming experience, right? You're just up here trying to glaze and chill this goddamn PlayStation 5 Pro, right? I'm calling at this point. I've seen enough.
still potentially being able to give you a better frame rate than
Yeah, he just wants to buy stuff. Yeah, he's just trying to get you guys into buying
for
stuff.
the Pro, or the Xbox Series X having the superior VRR support. Go get a 1440p monitor. Go get a nice OLED.
Be a good consumer.
I mean, holy, how many products has he even recommended or brought up that he's bought in this 17-minute video?
1440p monitor with the money that you would use to buy a PS5 Pro, and voila, boom, your problem's already solved.
No, just save that money. Save that money, especially if you're in that PlayStation ecosystem. Hell, any of these console ecosystems, because it looks like them prices are going up, and we got people in the fucking gaming space that are gonna defend this shit, right? And the way that they can defend it is by saying you have just enough games, right? Name 10 to 15 games. Insane.
You get better image quality, and you get a better frame rate. There's like not all is like it's not all over. I mean, if your main goal is 4K, go
Snort, which is literally a very, very small percentage of people, but go ahead.
buy the PS5 Pro. It is definitely worth it. If you've already got the 4K OLED, if you've
But don't you have to hope that that the devs implemented to where you can have a 4K option? Like what?
already got everything set up and you just want to have your system set up in your experience, trust me, dude, the freaking PS5 Pro really does.
Yeah, just trust me, dude.
I am gay for the pro.
And that's the only thing that he can say, right? At one point he talked about, oh, it's comforting, right? That's all that he can say to justify buying a PS5 Pro.
It does look incredible on a 4K display. So that's my best. That's my best for you guys. I just think it's really funny that the PC guys are going so hard against this thing, trying to convince you that $900 is not is a no go, and it's like,
It
bruh,
is.
like you guys.
And it's not even trying to convince people who value their money, who value their wallet. They see right through that shit. And I know it's pissing you off, buddy. You're new to trying to sell this PS5 Pro. You're gonna have to step your game up. I recommend Marlin Gaming Nation.
Come on, you should know this.
He's one of the best PS5 Pro salesmen out there, right? You're gonna have to step it up, brother. The way you're trying to show for this thing.
Like, I don't think the PC guys understand. They really.
Oh no, we understand. I don't think you understand. From what I've seen, I don't think you understand at all. That's why it was so crazy when your video was going off and people were seeing the shit and everything, and people were referring to you as a PC guy, brother. I snatched that chain from you. I revoke it on some TI ATL shit. No longer. You are a console fanboy, and you stay over there. God damn it.
Do just believe that PC is so significantly better than console.
It is.
That they justify the higher cost of a motherboard, the higher cost of this, the higher cost of that. Or
Brother, you're able to get more value out of a rig. Like, dog, it doesn't even need to justify itself. When you list the pros and the cons, PC is always the winner, right? That's why, and I keep on going back to literally this video. He says, why are the PC guys trying so hard to downplay the PS5 Pro, right? This is why. This is why, because of the nonsense that you guys are out here trying to spread.
you got the guys that are just playing cheap and they'll buy the most expensive GPUs they can afford and stick it with the cheapest parts they can, and then wonder why their system isn't that great. You know, it's that you have so many extremes in PC that like some of these guys just cannot make up their mind.
Yeah, and it's crazy. You're trying to build your argument around the extremes of PC, right? When it's a very small percent of people who are out here on 5090s. Ironically, you're one of the guys on the 5090, but very little people. There's a very small amount of people who are going out and trying to get those type of cards.
What is actually like? There's so many. Yeah, it's crazy over here, guys. It's crazy. Enjoy your PS5 Pro. If you're somebody out there
I am gay for the Pro.
Yeah, enjoy paying to access your internet, right?
that's trying to get one, and you've got the money in your pocket, but you're just like, oh my
Yeah, $900.
gosh, am I gonna hate it? Is it worth it? Whatever. Look, gamer to gamer, console. I mean, dude, I played console for
Yeah, go ahead and say it. Console fanboy.
38 years. Yes, if I had the money and it was something that like I've got the 4K display and everything already, like look, $900. It's $900. Okay, that's
Wow. $900 is $900.
$900. It's $900. Okay, that's
Wow. I didn't know that. $900 is $900. Crazy. Shout out to Gourmet. Who is this eShop this eShop looking hat guy? This is FrogboyX1Gaming, right?
yes, it is high for a console.
I think that's what his name is.
I mean, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be mad about it because it's awesome. Like it just doesn't make any sense. So,
Wow, it's awesome.
all right, guys, have fun.
Yeah, paying to access your internet is awesome. Crazy. Like I said, he made this video yesterday, and this shit just got recommended to me, man. I figured I'd show you guys something new. I mean, holy, right? Yeah, water is wet. In other news, I mean, insane shit right here.